Upon arriving to the listing, the first thing that I noticed on the front porch was a pack of Bob Marley wraps and an unfinished pre-roll joint. After entering the property, I noticed that they left a marker in the key rack. I'm not sure what they were using that for, but I'm gonna leave that there for right now. As I'm walking through the living room, I'm also noticing that there's a tense smell of weed behind, and as I said that, I found this, a joint left inside the candy bowl, which absolutely explains the smell that I mentioned earlier. They also hiked up the heat in an effort to eliminate the weed smell. Of course, they bypassed putting a bag in the garbage and left me with this. It appears that they definitely took time to wash the dishes, in which I greatly appreciate, but they did leave a can of condensed milk. Definitely can't do anything with that, so I'm gonna toss it. As I'm wrapping up my walkthrough in the kitchen, I also noticed that there's a lot of trash in between the wall and the washer unit, and also marker drawings on the washer and the dryer. On to the refrigerator. I'm not sure how the outside of the refrigerator got so streaky, but I will have to polish that before the next guest arrives. Inside of the refrigerator doesn't look bad at all. They did leave a pack of Hawaiian rolls, and inside of the freezer didn't look bad either, despite them leaving an empty bag on the inside. I'm actually gonna reuse this bag for the trash can in the bathroom, and with that, here's how the microwave looked. This is how my guests left my coffee pot. They left it on the coffee maker turned on. I'm pretty sure it was an accident, but this accident could have went terribly wrong. That's why it's super important to make sure that things like this are turned off before you leave a listing. At first glance, the bedroom looks pretty good. I'm not noticing anything that really just stands out. But as I was removing the top cover, I noticed this huge stain in the top sheet. Before cycling this top sheet in the washer, I will spray it down and let it sit for a while, just to help with getting that stain out. Now I'm gonna check the second bed and see what we got. And of course, they left me a stain over here as well. And not as bad as the first bed, but I will soak this sheet as well to ensure that that stain gets out. Here's joint number 2 that was left behind indoors. This is also causing that smell that I mentioned. Inside of the bathroom doesn't appear to be in terribly bad shape. If I had to bet, I'd say that they smoke in here because this is where the weed smell is the strongest. If this was your Airbnb guest, what would you rate them? 1 through 5? Let me know in the comments.